Hi guys, I'm Lima and welcome to It's a Piece of Cake. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make this really simple pillow cake. If you've never made a pillow cake before, then this video is perfect for you because I don't think there's an easier way of making it. So I've got a square cake and I'm just going to cut it in half, and I like to do this now because I find it easier doing this now than once it's been carved. And then you're going to get a knife and just score in the sides. So all you want to do is kind of round off each corner, and then once you've scored it and you're kind of happy with that, then follow that line and cut off all that excess cake. Now this part does not have to be perfect because it is a pillow cake, so it doesn't matter if all sides are not even. So as you can see, I'm just following those guidelines I've done and just cutting away that excess cake. And obviously the more you bring it in, the more smaller your cake's going to be, and it's going to have more shape to it. But I'm just cutting off a little bit. So once you've cut off all the sides of the cake, you should have something like that, which is a really nice shape already. But if you want to, you can also tape it in a little bit. So if you want to kind of neaten up the ends or bring them in a little bit, you can do this now, which is a lot easier. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. As you can see, I have, and it looks pretty much like a pillow. So it's a really easy, nice and easy way. Now I'm scoring a cake board, a square cake board, and they're going to cut around that. So I've got the exact size, and then the rest is just a typical cake. So you're going to put your cake layer, put your filling, and another layer, filling, and obviously going to give it a nice coat of ganache or buttercream. Now you can set this in the fridge and then do another coat, but I'm not going to. I'm only going to do this one coat. The fondant, all I've done is rolled out a big round piece of fondant, and I'm using this amazing, fantastic stamp, which I absolutely love. I've got another video using this stamp, which I'll put in the link below. I got this stamp for roughly around, I think, $2. I can't remember, a few years ago. You can get it on eBay, Amazon, Wish. It's available everywhere online. Just search for basically quilt stamp, and there's a lot of different patterns, and like I said, it's available everywhere. It's really easy to use. So you kind of roll out your fondant a little bit thicker than you would, and you press the stamp in, and it imprints the pattern onto your fondant. If fondant's too thin, it will cut it, so make sure your fondant is not too thin, so it's got enough for all those holes to kind of sink into the fondant and give it that impression. And then you're going to do that, and what I love about this stamp is that it's very easy to connect each pattern. So it's very, very simple. Then kind of with the other method with the stencil, it's a lot harder. With this, it's really easy because it shows you the pattern, and then you press it in, and it just connects it really beautifully. And as you can see, I'm just going to go all around the fondant, continue to do that till I've got it all over the fondant, and then we're going to drape this over the cake. So that's pretty much my pattern. And now I've got my cake here, and I'm going to brush on some piping gel, or you can use water, but I find piping gel is a bit better than water because water gets a bit too hard to work with. Drape it over your cake, put it on as you would, and then you're just going to press in the sides. And that's why you don't have to really worry about your ganache being so smooth, because this pattern kind of hides it. And then you're going to go through all the sides and then cut off all the excess fondant that's on the corners. And once you've cut off the excess fondant on the corners, you're pretty much done. You can now start brushing on some dust. So I've sprayed a little bit of non-stick cooking spray on my fondant. I find that the dust sticks on better than just brushing it on. And then I've got some bronze and some copper. And all I'm doing is just using a dry brush and just brushing it on. And like I said, my fondant has that non-stick cooking spray, so this kind of, it forms like a glue for the dust to stick on. And then all I'm doing is just brushing it on to get a nice kind of shimmer or design onto it. Obviously, you don't have to do this part. If you don't want to, you can leave it just that quilted pattern and add some pearls on it, or just leave it as is. But I find that this luster gives it more like a cushion. It gives it a nice, for me, I like it. So, and there is so many options of colors. You can go for pearl, gold, and you don't necessarily need to have the brown fondant. This dust works on pretty much any color. I've tried it on pink fondant, on any other color. I like the brown because if I've missed some spots, it's still dark enough, it blends in with this color beautifully. And then obviously you're going to go around and do the sides as well. So it's a really easy way to, if you've watched my previous videos, then you know I love working with different types of dust and colors, because I think it really enhances the cake. It takes it to the next level, and they're so easy to use because you're just pretty much brushing it on. That's pretty much how to make this really easy, very simple pillow cake. Like I said, if you are a beginner, this is a really good video to experiment in making pillow cakes. So that's pretty much what the cake will look like. And obviously you can also do it as a tier cake. I've got a video using this stamp. I'll put in the link if you want to make it like that. So thank you very much guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.